Hi, Emily. How you doing? Let's take a look at what you have. I've got your work up right here. Okay, and we've got your concept images, and then we have all of your drawings and such. But one thing I want to bring to your attention is that if we take a look at what is actually due for this assignment, let me jump over here. Let me just do this. Because there's actually some written rationale that's due for this particular assignment. So if we jump over here and we take a look at Project 2 concept design, and if I jump over there and I take a look at the preview, we can see how slow my computer is. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can see that this is what's due. This is the phase right here. This is kind of what's going on in the phase. Okay, but this week, this is what's due. Begin to organize your thoughts in a written draft, and that's the part that we're missing here. I don't see any written draft here, so I'm seeing a verbal representation of your thoughts, but I'm not seeing much of a written representation of your thoughts. So it's a little confusing to try to follow. And then you've got your sketches, and then you've got your storyboards, and I'm sorry, your concepts or your rationale, and then you've got your pictogram. So that's fantastic. So what I'd like to see here, or I'd like to talk about this. This is smart. I think one of the things I'd like to mention is that I think that it's really important in the sketching stage, and I've mentioned this before to a lot of students, but I think it's really super important to sketch in pencil. And the reason I say that is because it's the quickest way to get your thoughts from your mind to the paper quickly, and that's what sketching is all about. Is just getting those ideas on paper before you forget them. So that's really important. Now you got Stockholm, you got rivers, architecture, art, and winter weather. So there's your 4 areas of inspiration. That's fantastic. Good job there. Then you have, I guess this is kind of your written rationale here too. So I guess I kind of take back what I said before. I definitely would have liked to have seen you develop this into a more of a cohesive story for your presentation. But these notes are great. They add a little bit of what you're thinking. So why Stockholm? You've got your flowing lines, you've got your areas of inspiration, so to speak, and that's great. Then you have your colors, some of your color studies, warm color swirls, textures. Warm colors, don't forget now, these are warm colors. You're using red, orange, yellow. These are warm colors. This is a very warm end of the spectrum. So don't forget this is a winter event. So you don't want to go too warm on your color scheme. Then you have your Seal of Stockholm, Vikings, mythology characters, gods and warriors. And I think there's some interesting things down here. I think these are some really very, very interesting things. And I think it's like this Norse lettering right here. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I think you've got a lot of interesting visual aspects going on. Again, here. And the one thing I would like you to do is try to decipher. Our meeting is, when is our meeting? Let me see. Our meeting is on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, by then, if you could give me, excuse me, what are your 6 final logo choices here? I'm not really seeing what is this an actual logo. What I'd like you to do for Wednesday, if you have a chance by then, is to try to get your 6 final logos. At least circle them so that I know what area that you're concentrating on. We can talk about that in the meeting. But for week 4, your final presentation for week 4 by the end of the week, I'd like you to draw your attention to what is due week 4. Now, week 4, you're going to take, let's just jump over there and we can take a look. So, sorry about this. I should have had this open. My computer's running really super slow today, as you can see. Painfully slow. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look at week 4. It's a project concept design final. So if I open that guy up and we take a look at the preview there, let's see what's due for week 4, so you can kind of see where we're going and where I'd like to see. And we'll talk about this Wednesday during your meeting. But for week 4, you're going to take all your ideas here, and you're going to boil it down to 3 logos that you think will be the best representation for your work. And then we are going to go That's yes, that's where I was. So you're going to boil it down to your final 3 logos, and then you're going to, and for each logo, you're going to give me a written story, the refined sketches, the logo, the digital logo, and the pictograms associated with that logo. What do I mean by that? Let's jump over here now. I don't know if you've taken a look at that video yet. This right here. I'm over here in the messages area, announcements area of the class, and take a look at this Welcome to Week 4. Definitely watch that video. It explains in detail exactly where we're at. And then also take a look at that. I don't know if you've looked at that yet or not, but that's really important too. So during week 4, I want to show you exactly kind of where we're at. So I just jump over here and I'm going to open this guy. This is a previous student's example of the work. And if we open this up, we can see that, okay, here's the final. All right, and if we open that up, we can see, okay, the contents page, and then the logo has been worked in. Now we can see historical summary locations. Now this is all the that research that we did for phase 1. As you can see, economy, general demographics, transportation infrastructure, existing venues, all the stuff that you researched for phase 1 will be presented in your final report. In the first section of the report indicating phase 1. Then we move to phase 2, and this is where phase 2 would start. This is where we're at this week in week 4. In week 3, you did your sketches. In week 4, you're going to finalize, you're going to take all your sketches, decide which 3 logos have the most potential, and you're going to refine those sketches, and then you're going to create your digital version of the logo. So this is what's due week 4, your final logo, your refined sketches, your written rationale, and then the pictograms, the refined sketches, the logo, the digital version of the logo, and then your written story. So that's kind of where we're headed. Where did I go? Where the heck did that go? Okay, there it is. So this would represent that stage for week 4. So this would be logo number 1, choice number 1, choice number 2, and choice number 3. Okay, so that's what you're shooting for week 4. But right now, we're still in this stage here, so I want you to decide which of your logo drawings have the most potential. Try to get this sketched out to a refined sketch, including typography and the Olympic rings and the city, and so I can get kind of a final idea of the 3 of the logos that you plan on developing. Okay, and then week 4, we'll go ahead and really develop those even further. Okay, so I like what I'm seeing. I'm so glad you're using symbols. I mean, I think you understand that completely as opposed to going completely pictorial, which is a mistake. Like, for example, like if you were to say, this is my inspiration and this is the city and these are some of the buildings in the city and that's your logo right there, I'd say, well, we can't do that because that's pictorial representation and what we're looking for is symbolic representations. Okay, and I think you understand that. I think it's pretty obvious through some of your sketches here that you're understanding that this is all about symbolism and not pictorial representation. All right? All right, any questions, comments, concerns, or anything else, please let me know. And other than that, I will see you in our meeting on Wednesday. All right, great job, thanks.